Welcome to another edition of the Armchair Pundits WSL Week in Review Show. You've got myself, James. You've got Lamont. You've got Bevan. And you've got Daryl here. So, if you haven't watched it already, you should have by now. But if you haven't watched it, watch our review. We were all at the North London Derby yesterday. And we've got some shorts out. We've got some TikTok views out. We've also got our review on there as well. On YouTube. So, yeah, watch that after you've watched this. But we won't start with that one. We'll start with top of the table clash. Because Man City travelled to the other side of Manchester to play Man United. And let's just say it was one-way football.
Bevan, why are you laughing?
Someone in here wasn't happy.
Mate. This guy's always laughing when United lose, bro.
Looks like someone's happy down there, boy.
No, bro, did you see?
Bro, that's a big smile, bro.
I'm just saying, that was great football, bro. You watch one team just get bopped off the park.
That's true. It was.
You're rude,
yeah.
You're rude, bro. We weren't in that game at all, James.
Yeah. It was done in 19 minutes, bro.
Literally. The thing about it is, the headlines were probably talking about Shaw and, you know, the fact that she was a kind of on her way to making history in the women's game, you know, most goals scored, etc. And I think, you know, someone forgot to write a memo about Miedema, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? I think the tacticians just said, like, you know, just concentrate on Shaw. But that was not where our weak spot was. Late runs into the box, no urgency, no pressure, kind of really lethargic in the passing, no defending. Yeah, I mean, one of Miedema's goals where she was as free as a bird in between our two centre-backs.
Yeah.
And she had enough time to, it was almost like watching Air Jordan, where she was just hanging in the air. Like, I'm not even, she was hanging in the air for ages, and the ball just landed on her head and she just put it past the keeper. Zero pressure. It was like training match.
Her movement to get that space wasn't even nothing. That's the craziness. It's just you guys just switched off, and she was as free as a bird, like you said. It was crazy.
Yeah, listen, both the goals that she scored were quality, and you're right in terms of she's been forgotten about, because over the last few weeks she's been playing well, but there's not much been spoken about her. But it was almost like today was like, okay, it's a derby, and Man United are creeping up on us, and they want to claim that second spot. We're not having it today. We're not having it, and let's get this title sewn up, because they played so well. And she didn't even get player of the match. They gave it to Kasparov.
Yeah,
Bro.
Yeah, assistant goal.
Bro, Kasparov, listen, she had the running on that left-hand side. And her goal just showed she had way more desire than anybody else on the pitch to get there. Because as soon as City broke, she broke. Imagine three of them are broke, and it's him with the ball, and then I'm sure it's Bunny Shaw. Was it Miedema? But either way, the cross comes in, and it's the left back he's the one that taps it on the far post. Like
it was right back.
Right back. No, sorry, yeah, right back.
It was a quality cross though.
Yeah, but she had the running of their left back the whole game, bro. The whole game. They said she's the best right back in the league, and I can see it. Huh?
I don't know. Carpenter's good as well, you know.
Yeah, Carpenter is good, but she had a very good game against United. To be honest, I think Lundqvist wasn't up to it today in terms of just marking her, and having someone like Mallard on that side as your covering winger. She's way more attacking minded. Although she did put a shift in, she just couldn't focus on the movement. And I feel like, is it Fujinu, the right winger for Man City? She's just come back from international duties.
Yeah.
And they had another one in the middle.
Hasagawa.
Another international in the middle that's come back as well. So them two, after being out on international duties, you'd kind of slightly expect them to be It might sound a bit contradictory, but a little bit off it because the team's been playing without them. But bro,
They
they
won.
just slid straight in, and it was comfortable, and they looked good for it. I mean, Virginia had a shot early on, and I thought, oh Lord, this is going to be a long day. But United, and let's just be right here, City have had a lengthy little break. United have had 4 games within about 10 days, and my honest assessment in that match was United are fatigued and they are lacking depth, like quality in depth. Yeah, and that's not me just trying to paper over the cracks. I'm just looking at it for what it is. We needed to dig a little bit deeper in January, and go for some more quality to allow us to kind of approach games like this with a little bit more of a killer instinct. I feel like we lacked a lot. We came into the game a little bit later on when Rolfo came on the pitch, and we had like a few goals at goal with Mallard changing position and just going higher up. But outside of that, Man City didn't have no threat on their goal, really, to be fair. They had nothing to worry about. So,
that's because they spent most of the time attacking. It's hard to say that you wanted more impetus from the team when they were just constantly on the attack, and you saw that they had more energy throughout that game. And I know you're saying the fatigue played part, but it was just constant attack from them. Yeah, and that's a lot. It's a lot to have to deal with, like you said, after so many games in 10 days. It was not the fixture that you wanted.
Do you know that City have finished sixth? Yeah, they finished second 6 years in a row.
Wow,
I think it's 5 out of 6 years.
Okay.
Or 1 or 2, but that's mad. That's mad.
It's still a mad stat though, regardless. Do you know what I mean?
But
go on.
You're going.
No. Sorry.
I was going to change the subject. So if you're going to say something, finish what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that. So if you've got a team that's finished second that many years consecutively, then they're going to be hungry. And where they had a little bit of a blip, when I say a blip, they lost to Arsenal, they drew. But some of their performance hadn't been. But then obviously they bopped at them. So then they want to get back into winning ways to make sure that like there's no more chat of can they be caught? Because I don't think they will be. But
no,
that's the desire and the hunger to actually win, because they know that it's in their hands to win the league, and they've got to win a couple more games, and then the league is theirs.
In that spell where they missed, it was Hasegawa. I noticed in that game, she controls so much in that midfield.
The tempo.
And in those games previously, I was like, what is wrong? Why do Man City look so disjointed? Obviously, the Spurs game, they were on fire. But in the other games where they were playing higher quality, in Arsenal, Hasegawa was missed massively. And I saw that today, or yesterday, sorry. She was really good. She was really good coming back. And I think Lamont said it about them being away. When you come back as a winner, winning the Asian Cup, you're not going to be tired, are you? Really?
Nah.
They come back into the squad excited.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, listen, champions in waiting, and it's just a matter of who's going to come second, because obviously that's dented your hopes of coming second.
Massively.
But what it hasn't done is stops Arsenal, because like I said, we were there yesterday, and Arsenal's performance, boy, we've got an Arsenal fan here, we've got a Spurs fan here as well, but we've got a vlog out there as well. I forgot to mention at the beginning. Take a look at the vlog.
Smile again.
No, you did. You mentioned it. You mentioned
the vlog. Okay.
Yeah.
You did.
Listen, Russo, in 22 minutes, we had the hat-trick in 13 or 16 minutes it was from Bunny Shaw. But Russo should have had one in 16. But it ended up being 22.
It was close.
Yeah.
The game was over in 7 minutes. It was over in 7 minutes. Like it's crazy. It was crazy. So, Mr. Arsenal, what was your take on it? Because obviously you're excited. You're pumping your fists and
you got to
smiling. You're jumping out your seat.
Yeah,
jumping out your seat. Even though your legs were dead, you're still jumping out your seat.
Only for the second goal. For any other ones, I couldn't. I was struggling. But it was just like Spurs were good in the press, and but there was nothing going forward for Tottenham, not until Beth England came onto the pitch, and really Spurs caused a lot of their own mistakes.
Yeah, 100%.
Russo's first goal was way too easy. The second goal is like 3 passes and then she's in. The third goal, the keeper makes a horrific mistake, and then even Caitlin Ford's goal, she takes a touch, and she's got so much time that she can just wrap.
It was a poor touch, and she still had time to wrap her foot around it and put it in the corner. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, and like I think we said it yesterday that seeing that Arsenal had one eye on Europe because they didn't like the ball over the top was there anytime they wanted it, and they hardly ever played it. They like Spurs don't really have a lot of pace in the fence or up front, and it showed. The only difference is that like they were good in the press and they were good in midfield, but sometimes it seemed that Arsenal would just like kind of just let's just get through this game. We got Chelsea.
They're just toying with them.
Yeah, there was some of the stuff that they were trying to do. I was like, you're trying to embarrass them, really. And like to credit to Spurs, they weren't trying to have it because as soon as they scored from a corner as well. And then when Beth England comes on, and I said, why didn't she start? But she came on and she looked different. Like she looked like she could get a goal, and I think she did get. Well, did she get 2?
No, one.
The
first goal was an own. Yeah, the first goal was an own goal. Yeah, we even realised it was an own goal in the ground.
Yeah, she got the header. That was a save, and then she scored the goal that she did get, and then she was difference maker.
Yeah, that was a great save. But I don't know why it took so long for that change to be made. To be honest with you, and when she did come on, it did change things a bit. But at that point, it was too late, and Arsenal were fully in control at that point anyway. So, a little too late. Maybe she could have come on earlier, but the finish was good. The keeper could have maybe done a bit better, but yeah.
Nah, bro, that was a thunderbolt into the top corner, bro.
It was a thunderbolt, but I always believe that if you get hands on it, they've got to be stronger and they've got to keep it out, man. That's my opinion.
I don't know. If you looked at it from another angle, James, you might be saying something. You might be saying something different.
I've only seen one. I've only seen. Okay, the angle I saw is like a great strike, so I could be wrong. I'll stand corrected. But looking at it, Blackstenius comes on 90th minute, and that's easy as well.
Yeah,
like just a lot, just run straight through the middle, just pass it left foot into the corner, and I know Spurs. Were they terrible? I don't think they were terrible.
No,
I just think they were outclassed.
Do you know what? Yeah, I was about to say that to you, James. I think it's more about quality, the gap in quality rather than the gap in desire. Because you could see
100.
that Tottenham actually wanted to get something from the game. But, you know, the little mistakes, the short passes, not picking the right pass when you've got options to go forward.
No.
You know, there was a few times where realistically they could have put pressure on Arsenal's defence, but they're choosing to go a bit too safe rather than taking a risk and going wider or switching the play. So for me, obviously I weren't with you boys, unfortunately, but when I watched it live on TV, you could see that, you know, when they conceded the goal straight after they went 2-1, it knocked their confidence massively. So they started to be a little bit more reserved when in possession. Do you get what I'm saying? Not doing the risky passes and, you know, trying to take Arsenal on because they were fearing, obviously, going 3-4, 5-1 behind. So I feel like that's what it was. But, yeah, man. Spurs, they've got something there. And I think...
It's developed. We're developing. We're coming along.
Exactly.
It's a growth. The improvement from last season is there to be seen. It's just about like same as we were saying with United. It's about getting that squad depth and improving that quality throughout the squad, and maybe getting the right signings in the right places. Because like I said yesterday, we pressed really well. The midfield did good, but if you don't have the pace at the back and you don't have anything up front to once you win that press to then break and then get forward and be dangerous, then it's a bit of a waste. And when you play a team with the quality of Arsenal, you're gonna get punished, especially if you haven't got that pace at the back. And like I said, we said it yesterday, Bevan. Like Arsenal from 2-0, they knew they had that game under control and they had it in lock, and there's already got their eye on midweek and securing that Champions League. So yeah.
So last 2 points. So Russo had eight first half shots, which is the joint most of any player in WSL game this season. And then credit to Arsenal and Spurs, because Spurs fans showed up as well. 46,123 in attendance. And listen, that's a credit to them. Because obviously they've been playing in, was it Barnet Stadium before that and other stadiums. So to get that many, it's
doubled United.
Well,
doubled the Manchester derby, because Manchester derby was only 24,000. Nearly 25. Nearly 25.
The atmosphere though at Old Trafford was amazing as well. Though you have to give credit to that. 24,000, and it was a good vibe. It was a good atmosphere over there as well. So fair play to the women's games. Playing in these stadiums, I think is deserved. And you're starting to see the push now on a fan base for people supporting this and getting behind it, and it's really good to see, especially when you've got family members that are in the game, that are coaching, playing, to see that what they love and what they cherish. It has a future. It has a future for them as well. So it's a real good look.
Okay, cool. So we move on. 7-goal chaos. Chelsea defending versus Chelsea's mentality as they beat Villa 4-3, and it's almost like they wanted a win, and then they thought, let's make it into a little battle, and then they wanted to win again. Let's make it into a little battle. Not taking any credit from Villa, because Villa were on it, but it just seemed like Chelsea just didn't want to be composed and show their real quality. So listen, it was a really good game. Really, really good game.
It was crazy first half an hour. That was what made it crazy. It's like, was it 5 goals in the first 32 minutes? I think it was.
Yeah, it was a lot, bro.
It was a barrage, mate.
And the goals themselves, quality goals. Like, fair play to Villa. They scored some good goals, and they really came at Chelsea from the get-go.
2 minutes, bro. They scored in 2 minutes.
Yeah. But like you said, the mentality for Chelsea, you've got to give them credit for getting through it in the end and getting the result. But yeah, it was a thriller of a game, I have to say.
Yeah. Listen, at half time, when it's 3-3, you're thinking, okay, second half we're in for something. It dies down, because when you look at the goals, they score in 2 minutes. Then Chelsea go, okay, cool, let's take over. 20 minutes, Kerr. 23 minutes, German says a lie, bit of Pinocchio. From I'm pretty sure that is Lauren James's goal, because I did not see a touch anywhere near it.
Mate, a bead of sweat must have come off her head and hit the ball on the way through, because there
was nothing on that.
She was convinced, so
beat in the chest and everything,
Hey, listen, that's similar to when Bernardo Silva said he meant it the other day, innit? That's what I'm saying is.
Look at this one.
Here we go. There we go.
I'm just saying. Listen, if you believe he meant it, then she scored that goal, bruvs.
Nah.
I'm just saying.
So then, obviously, Lauren James scores in 27 minutes. That's what, 3 goals in 7 minutes, and you're thinking, okay, this game's done. It's 3-1. And then Villa like, no, not even Villa. Hansen.
Yeah.
Hansen woke up. And 31 minutes, bang. 35 minutes, bang. And you're thinking, well, but this is a really good game. And it was a really good game.
Just got a hat-trick, hit the crossbar.
Yeah, man.
Worthy winner as well, by the way. That would have been a worthy winning goal, by the way.
Yeah,
if that would have went in, I think James, I say James because James just dominates Chelsea anyway, but Chelsea wouldn't have come back from that, I don't think.
Yeah, it would have been tough to come back from. But we haven't given Lauren James her credit, because on a weaker foot, the strike into the near post, quality.
Right foot or left foot, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter. And the thing is,
Joe was just impressive as well. Is the way she took on the player, just that little touch, flick, gone past her straight away. got into the space, hit the shot. I was like, damn, that's you know when it's there's that level, isn't there? That difference in a player, and she definitely had it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bevan.
No, I was going to say the same thing. She did the same thing a couple of weeks ago on the other side. And then this,
Liverpool.
It was.
I remember, bro.
And then this time, I was thinking,
have anybody spoke about Bevan's villain arc? The way that he's I don't know, man. Yeah,
what?
This arc, but you're always trying to jump one of our teams.
Bro, it's not an arc anymore. It's a circle, bro. It's now a circle.
Can I ask a question? Did she do the same thing a couple weeks ago where she came in, cut inside, and then smashed it with a right foot? Yeah. And then this week, didn't she cut inside?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. And then smash it with her left foot. And then even with her first goal, the goal that
the assist.
She whips it. She whips it with her weaker foot.
Yeah.
She ain't got weaker.
And then to make it worse, she did the right foot. She did the right foot assist the same.
That's what I mean.
Against Liverpool. So I mean, she did an assist with a right foot similar. She did both the same things in both games, either foot. So
she hasn't.
I know it's not James. I know it's not like the Lauren James segment, yeah. But am I right in saying that she is by far the best English player in the women's game right now? Like, there's no one near.
Her talent is a lot. There's a lot. Some will argue Russo because obviously she's a goal scorer, but her talent is a lot, bro.
She's all round, isn't it? Really.
Is that a mentality difference though? Is that do we think?
No, I think it's injury. Yeah. James often gets little niggles that takes her out of being able to have a full stretch to show her full quality. I think if she went a season fully fit, no injuries, I think her levels will just skyrocket. Completely skyrocket. But when you're getting injury, when you're in form and you're dipping in and out, it's hard. But no, she is immense. And then obviously to top it off, Nuskin scores a really good goal. And listen, the points are for Chelsea. And it's game over.
Well, you said about Hansen. If Hansen scores that goal, Nuskin's goal was worthy of a. That's a goal. That's worthy of a winner, man.
Yeah, real.
Just before we move on, I'm just gonna say one thing, and you know me, I'm a strong advocate for VAR and refereeing officials and so on and so forth. I'm gonna say it again. WSL require VAR because there is some treatment going on in there, and I feel like the refereeing level across the board, all games, they need to look at it overall.
Bro.
There was an incident in the game today where Keir was tripped by, I think it was Ellie Reebok, I believe, and the official signaled for offside rather than a penalty. Now, if VAR are involved, your opinions, do you feel like they reinforce that because it was an on-field decision? Or do they decide, you know what, we're going to take it into our own hands?
I think they probably give it, like, Roebuck, the keeper, then there's contact. And a lot of the time, they say if there's contact, it's a foul, innit? that's the saying.
That's their job, innit? They've got to look at that, and if they take the time to look at that, then they're going to give it. You'd be surprised if they didn't, in my opinion.
It's not even the only one. I forgot to mention the heady goal that was disallowed in Man United game. Like Nack's goal.
For real. Yeah,
but she doesn't really bother the goalkeeper though. She doesn't. I know they said she bothers the goalkeeper, but she doesn't bother the goalkeeper.
She doesn't.
Goalkeeper was ready. Goalkeeper's ready to, and she just doesn't get there. So that's my opinion.
She just wasn't strong enough. Basically, she wasn't strong enough. Yeah.
The problem with VAR though,
I'm gonna mark this down. I'm gonna remember this one. 26 minutes into the WSL pod, and I'm gonna revisit this when this is gonna come up at a later date.
Boy, it might do, it might not.
The problem with VAR is unless the games are going to be constantly in these stadiums where the technology is there to make it plausible and possible, then we're not going to get it for a while in the WSL. Let's be truthfully honest. And then they're going to have to invest in it because there's a cost to VAR in terms of the technology, the connectivity, and also the staffing of it and stuff.
Manning it, yeah.
So it's going to take commitment from the WSL to bring that through, and I don't think we're quite there yet. And it's going to take having these women's teams play consistently in the big stadiums like they deserve to be.
Yeah, because Liverpool using St Helens as a rugby stadium, so it's going to be difficult to get that in there. And I think West Ham are in Chigwell, so we'll see. Okay, so we move back onto the track of Merseyside derby. So Saturday was a weird one because it was like Derby Day. All the games were derbies on Saturday. Yeah. So this was the first game of the day, and Liverpool, we haven't won against Everton away for like 5-6 years. So to go 3-0 up was just brilliant, to be honest, considering, like you guys have said before, I looked downcast in December, January, thinking we're probably going to get relegated. We haven't won a game yet. But the turnaround, since the new signings have come in and since the players have come up from injury and they've got used to the style of football, like the penalty, it's a penalty. Like, there's no go in.
Why was the hand in the air?
Yeah.
Like I was simulating basically what happened. That's why I went like that. I won't put my hand up to talk. I
thought your Man United hat was on in a minute. You're like, no, that's not penalty.
I was expecting that. I interject. That's why I was expecting something to come out of your mouth, but
you guys think I'm really United biased, man.
That's it.
No, we don't think it. We just
no, we don't think. We know.
Yeah. You surprised by this?
So credit to Kerry Holland. Like the last 4 weeks, she's been really good, really influential, and scores the penalty. And then, unfortunate for Fernandez, she's trying to do the right thing, trying to get ahead on the ball for a cross, but unfortunately scores an own goal. So that's 2-0. But Kerry Holland, there again, bruv, the goal she scores, really good goal, but she literally ran from her own half. And Fernandez defending, she just keeps like, okay, keep coming to the box. She's backpedals all the way into her box and just gives Kerry Holland the whole goal to aim at. And bruv, she top bins it. Quality goal. And listen, I was overjoyed, thinking, okay, cool, derby's done. Let's get it sorted out. But they score a goal, and then for some reason, captain decides to lose her head completely. And it wasn't vicious, it was just petulant. She gets barged over, gets up, and then clips her heels. It's like, she's probably thinking, there's no VAR, I can do this.
Jay, I got to be honest, I've watched it so many times, I just feel like she barely even touches her. I don't even know if she does touch her. Does she touch her?
Yes, she does.
All right, fair. But bearing in mind it's Liverpool, so I've got no skin in the game.
The reason why I say she's not looking at her. So for her to fall on the floor, she's running from behind. So for her to fall on the floor, she has to have contact because she can't see it coming. She can't see it coming.
She can't see it coming. Yeah, she can't see it coming. No, that's fair.
I can understand though. Like, come on, man. Like the run and the body that she was given was unnecessary.
If you're centre back, you're a centre back, innit? You got to be above that. Yeah. You got to be above that. You're the bullies. You know what it is? You're the bullies out here.
And a skipper.
When your team is
that's the one. Skipper.
Your team's in that's the other thing I was going to say. Your team's in a relegation battle. This victory is important because 2 out of your next 3, you've got Arsenal, you've got City. So you need to win this game to guarantee that you don't have to go into the playoff to stay into the league for next season. So if you're the captain, you got to keep your head because that implosion has caused Everton to get back into the game, and then it's scary hours for the next half hour of the game. Do you know what I mean? And you then Everton score, and Everton's second goal was well taken.
Oh, touch, finish.
Bruh.
Yeah, quality.
We're just lucky it was the 91st minute. Because there wasn't enough time for them to pile on the pressure. So, listen, I'm happy we won 3-2. Fisk is now going to be out. It's 2 yellows, so she got lucky. It's not even a 3-game ban because it's 2 yellows.
It's 1 game, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be a 1-game ban. But listen, we've won the game 3-2. We've won the derby. They torched us in the first game for the season. I think, if I remember, one of their players got a hat-trick in that game. So, listen, we're now, I think, 8 points away from relegation. So, and I don't see Leicester winning that many games to close the gap. So, poor from Fisk, but very, very good from Holland and the rest of the ladies. So, so well done. So we'll move on. Move on to the next game. And that was the draw between West Ham and London City Lionesses. It was actually a good game, even though it was only 1-1. It was a good game of football with some a spectacular goal.
All I've got to say is, Nasirin. Nasirin, mate. She hit a thunderbolt from 30 yards out, and the keeper was bundling into her own net. Brother.
Question though. Do we think the keeper should have done better? I know it was a hit.
No way. Brother, the only thing you could have done is have a strong wrist there, but do you see? Yeah. She didn't even hit that side footed. That was full on laces.
No, there's
barely any backlift. Barely any backlift. The ball was just going out with some velocity, mate. And I thought if the keeper puts their hands on this, mate, I think that's going to go right back into the box because you don't even know what direction you're going to send that, realistically.
London City, they had more of the game, 56% possession. But
their goal was good as well. That counter was crazy.
Bro.
It was and the finish, for her to control that finish while being tackled, that was quality. But it was a good game for a 1-1. It was a very good game, to be honest with you.
The only shots on target as well, the goals. Only shots on target were the goals. And we've said it a lot of times, Freya Godfrey.
I'm about to say.
She's just a baller, bro. Go on, take it away.
I was going to say 2 things, yeah. Firstly, on what Daryl, I was just going to end off what Daryl said with the goal that was scored. If that goal doesn't go in, it's a straight penalty because that defender coming in was just wiping out the attacker, had no intention to play the ball. So, again, James, I'm going to touch on something you've said on recent pods multiple times. She is lucky that goal went in because the conversation might be, and I know you don't like that neither, James. You don't like that last ditch tackle that could potentially injure the player because obviously you experienced something like that with Isaac at the minute. But it's one of them. Lucky for that player. But going on to Godfrey, what a player! Central, right side, left side, doesn't care where the ball is, and I feel like in the WSL at the minute, that's the nearest to Lauren James that you're going to get in terms of a maverick that can change the game at the turn of a hat in a moment.
Hey, that's a big statement, bro.
Yeah, that's a big statement.
That's a big statement.
Very big statement.
You got a maverick in your team though, right?
Yeah, but we're not talking about that, my team at the minute.
No, it's not even a diss.
Defense mode.
Calm down,
Park's a baller, bro.
You know what? Park is a baller, but I feel like in the big games, she doesn't always rise to the top like you want to. I don't think Godfrey, even though Park, every time she gets the ball, she does try to do something. But it sounds bad, but I feel like her height and just it's in her head already. It's like she's doing too much. Whereas Godfrey, she's got the physique. She's very athletic. She's quick. I feel like those attributes are not the same in Park. Park is very skillful. She's got a low sense of gravity, and she does have she does have it in her to change the game. But I just see more. I see more from Godfrey. I've got to be honest. I'd like to have her in a United shirt for sure.
Yeah. So would I, because I say we lack pace all the time in our team, and she's not just pace. She's pace, quality, guile, and finesse all rolled into one.
Yep.
So listen. West Ham will probably stay up because Leicester don't have much in them, but we'll see what happens. So we'll move on to the last game. There wasn't much going on in this game, but a really good goal. Fran Kirby unlocks it. Really good football for their goal. They win it 1-0. Kirby drives, Kafaji squares it unselfishly, completely unselfish.
Unselfish, absolutely unselfish.
And Selka taps it in. And it's like, that's all she wrote. And then they controlled the game from there onwards. They controlled it completely. So credit to them and thank you to them because they're keeping Leicester rooted to the bottom.
Going back to that statement about City finishing second in the league consistently, it's quite fitting that it came from Bevan.
We're talking about WSL here, bros. We're talking about WSL. We're talking about WSL. Just keep it to WSL and just keep it to reserves, please.
I like where you're coming from with that, though.
Can we just keep it to WSL and respect it in reserves, please? That's what we're talking about.
He would know.
I'm just saying.
Quite good though that he has got factual statements like that, and can back it up with personal experience, isn't it?
I feel like this is unbecoming of you to ring this up on a WSL weekend, to be honest. It's quite disparaging.
You remember I had to sit next to the game and you saw how you was carrying on, yeah? Just saying, innit?
Man is salty.
Okay. Man is real, bro. So
and just,
cool.
and just like City, Arsenal are trying to do the same thing, innit?
I know, yeah.
They're trying to make sure that they eradicate that hoodoo. Yeah.
Bro. All right, cool. We'll move on.
I can't deal with Bevan Smile this weekend. It's too much, man.
Oh wow.
What?
Pearly whites. Pearly whites, yeah.
Man's been like the Joker all weekend, bro. 15-0, bro.
I'm a happy person. By nature, I'm a happy guy.
Bro, you did a 30-mile run. Okay,
yeah,
maybe it wasn't 30. It's 20. But plus those steps, bro, it's nearly 30 miles, bro. Like,
yeah.
And you're smiling like the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I got worried. I soon got up the stairs and I was like, hold on, where's Bevan going, bro? I was like, I swear he was right behind me. I had to go down 2 steps to see him. Bro, 2 flights of steps.
Yeah, that was painful, man. Ain't gonna lie. Not fun.
It ain't catching me doing 20 miles, so credit to you, bro. Credit to you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, play of the week time. So, Daryl, you're back. Over to you again. So, who is your player of the week?
As much as it pains me, I'll have to give it to Russo. Having been there, seen the performance, although we did give the hat trick, the first goal, again, it was an easy header, but the way she controlled it. The second goal was quality, rounding the keeper, slotting it. She took her chance when it was given to her by Vicario. I mean, sorry, not Vicario.
That's a force of habit, that.
Sorry. So yeah, it's got to be Russo, definitely for the hat trick. Her first WSL hat trick, deserved. So yeah, she's definitely my player of the week.
Yeah, I'll second it, but I'll give an honourable mention to Kerry Holland. So player of the week is Russo. Come on, 27 minutes, 8 shots on goal. You got to give it to Russo. But Kerry Holland has been playing well, and she ended that Merseyside derby by half time. It wasn't just the goals; she was good in general play as well. So she gets an honourable mention.
I'm gonna have to give it to Lauren James. Man, she's just a great player, bro. And if she plays well, Chelsea win. End of story. Honourable mention to Russo, though.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Russo. We've already said why she should get it. I'm just gonna take that and move on.
Okay.
To our
Daryl, your moment. Yes. Daryl, moment.
Beth England's goal. No, jokes. It has to be Seren's goal. Come on, like that was an unbelievable thunderbolt. Yeah, no backlift, power, accuracy. Yeah, keepers struggling, stranded. Yeah, top goal, and yeah, best goal of the weekend. moment of the weekend, without doubt.
That's a bit annoying because that was mine. But yeah, listen. The goal by Hansen was good as well. And I think if Hansen had scored
The volley,
the third one that hit the volley that hit the crossbar, then she probably would have won it. But yeah, it's got to be Siren's volley for me. And it's an equaliser. It's an important point for them as well. It's an important point.
True.
So,
yeah,
Siren.
very important point. Yeah, so I'm going to have to give, my moment of the week, the solo goal from Holland. Ran from her own box pretty much and still had enough juice to cut it inside and put it top bins. Don't know what happened to the Everton defending, but yeah, it's going to have to go to Holland. Definitely honourable mention though for Honor Siren's goal because it means a lot as well for them in the relegation battle. But yeah, what a goal it was.
Okay. Who kidnapped Lamont? Liverpool credit. I'll take. Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna be accused of villainy with my moment of the weekend.
God.
Oh yeah, come on.
Here we go.
Listen, my moment of the weekend is with Miedema's second goal.
Miedema, yeah, of course it is.
No, listen. That was the footballings. As that goal was chocolate mousse. They started. It started
by the way.
That started from United's attack, and then they just pass.
Yeah.
And then crossed it into the box, and she nods it in.
Yeah, team goal was
bro. That was great football, bro. That was the footballings, man. That goal was chocolate mousse.
Was it better than
had a North London derby, and your striker scores a hat trick, and you're giving it to Miedema? You are nothing more than a scumbag. Do you know that?
Wait, hold on. I'm saying I'm sitting back watching that as a neutral. I'm just saying, like, as a footballing neutral, that's the kind of football that I like to see. Like a good footballing goal. And that's what it was. The move started in defence and then worked its way to in attack, and they just bopped you off the park. That's a great goal.
Was it better than the London City Lionesses goal?
In my opinion, yes.
Good.
I'd agree.
So that's all I wanted to hear.
No, I agree. I agree. It's
so I wanted to hear.
Hey James, you man are a duet thing right now.
Honourable mention to Holland though, because that goal was cold too. But I just like the team effort of Miedema's goal.
Yo, that's what happened when you have like 5 games in 10 days. But anyway, moving on. Next segment.
Just have to win them, innit? Just win them.
What's that to do with that goal, bro?
It was fatigue, innit? Fatigue.
Okay, I guess fatigue affects the whole team. Fair enough. I guess that. Yeah, but that was... You got cut open, man. You got cut open. Simple.
Just have to rest up. All right, cool. So they are our players of the week and our moments of the week. Let us know yours. Let us know if we've gone too far. We've not picking Russo as a group, which is fair. It's opinions. Russo had a hat trick, but doesn't mean she was the player of the week. And let us know, was the Man City goal the best goal of the weekend? Probably was. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to hit that notification button. It's been Armchair Pundits, WSL Weekend Review Show. Take it easy. Peace out.